Hello my peeps, it's Antoinette here, and it is finally Friday night. So tonight I wanted to make pizza. Now I saw this recipe in a Facebook group a while ago. I wrote it down. It's a Parmesan cream cheese pizza crust, but very, very strict keto. But I love the chicken crust pizza so darn much that I think that this recipe would be great with the chicken crust. All right, I'm gonna preheat the oven to 400 and I'm just going to dry this out on my Pampered Chef pizza stone. That's what it looks like. Okay, the oven is preheating. And I'm just going to dump my chicken crust onto the pizza stone, and all I want to do is dry this out. You could also just do this on the stovetop. You know, this was one of the first YouTube videos that I've done, which I've long deleted. It's very interesting how you get better at this. I watched it, well, I deleted it. It was bad. So I did watch this one guy about making YouTube videos when I first started. And he said, very good piece of advice. Because he said, the first 10 or 15 videos are just going to be practice. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of work. But he was right. I deleted about that many. But I remember them, so that's good. I'm gonna wait for the oven to preheat, and then the big treat is going to be my new flooring that, yeah, there's a story there. But I will show you my new flooring and a little video footage while the pizza is in the oven later on. The chicken is drying out in the oven, and I'm just gonna put this together real quick. Now, if you didn't want to make the chicken crust pizza, if you wanted to try this keto pizza crust, it's really easy. I don't know how it would work out because I've never made it. So anyway, 1 8-ounce block of Philly. I have had this out all afternoon, so it's super duper soft. Yeah, it's good if you can think ahead that way. I'm just gonna dump it in my bowl. Okay, that came out really nice. All right. Then I have Kirkland's Parmesan Reggiano. So you want the really good shredded Parmesan cheese for this. 1/4 cup. Just gonna put that in there. I'm gonna go a little heaping on that. Smells fabulous. Okay, then it calls for 2 eggs. These are from the farm. Ooh. I don't know what it is with these farm eggs, but the shells are really thin. If you know what that means, please make a comment. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm thinking it's not a good thing, but they're always like that. Okay. We just have some black pepper. I have the Penzies, it's ground. Just gonna sprinkle some. It just says black pepper, Italian seasoning, and garlic powder. I didn't get the garlic powder out. So you just want to eyeball that to what you like. let's see, garlic powder. Here it is. Okay, that's enough. I put in about a half a teaspoon, maybe more. All right. And that's it. Now, if you went with this recipe, you would just mix it up and bake it at 425 for 10 minutes until golden brown. And then you would want to cool it before putting your toppings on, and then back in the oven for another 10 to 15. Okay, so the chicken is out of the oven. The stone is really quite hot right now, so I'm going to need to cool it down. I did change the oven to 425. That's what I'm going to want to cook the crust on. And this looks really good now. It still, to me, just looks like a cheese sauce. I can't imagine that cooking up like pizza crust. But I'm going to add the chicken to it, and that will thicken it up really nice. This looks to me like if I were to do the pizza crust just like this, I would only add 1 egg, not 2. 2 looks like too much to me. But let's go ahead and put in the chicken. All the chicken is in here now. This worked just like I anticipated it would. Adding the chicken, yeah, look at it. With the cheese and the spices, this is going to be a beautiful crust. Okay, this stone is still a bit too hot. So I'm going to let it cool off, and because it's hot, I'm going to put parchment paper on top of it. But I'm going to give it a few minutes. The oven is preheated to 425. So, I want to ask a poll question to you single people out there. What are your deal breakers? I would be very interested to know. So, when I had my flooring installed, you know, I noticed that one of the installers was kind of smitten with me. So, well, what happened was he left his knee pads behind. And so I sent a text to the owner of the company and said, your sidekick, because I didn't even know his name, so your sidekick forgot his knee pads here. Please give him my number so he can pick them up and maybe ask me out on a date. Don't tell him that if he's married or attached. I'm not a homewrecker, just single. Well, he called within an hour. And then he asked me out on a date. So, the thing is, I didn't think that out very well. Because, you know, it's like I tell you, how much I'm working and my commitment to you. There are some rules that I gave myself, I want to say 10 years ago about dating. And a few of them he does not qualify, he does not fit in that pretty little package. So, yeah. That's cooled off enough. Alright, I'm just going to dump this pizza crust right on the parchment. Okay, it smells good. I think this is going to take more than 10 minutes because it seems kind of soupy to me. Alright, I'm going to spread it out the whole space of the stone. This looks good now. We're gonna put these guys on. Alright. I got these when I was a product tester on Amazon. Top 3,000. We are going to talk about that in another video. Because I think I need to look at my channel. And my channel's goals. Oop, there it goes. Here we go. Alright, I think that will cook. We're gonna put it in. Alright. Phew. Alright. We'll see how long that takes to cook. So now I'm gonna show you my before and after of my beautiful floor. Here we go. This carpet, it's only about 5 years old, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but I cannot get this clean anymore. It wasn't smart, but look at these stains. They don't come out. Okay, it's been 25 minutes this took in the oven, and looks very interesting, but it's, yeah, I think I need to flip it. I'm going to flip this onto the stone. Okay, so I flipped it, and I think this was a really good idea. This definitely needs to cook on this side. I'm going to put it in for just 5 minutes. So I have this pepperoni, Hormel Cup and Crisp, and these mushrooms from Costco. I will put a little Italian seasoning on top of my vodka sauce. And then I chopped up some onions in my food chopper that I love. Okay. So this is feeling really good now. I lowered the temperature of the oven to 400. So I'm going to put it together. Here we go. Let's do this. Okay. Got my Parmesan vodka sauce. Okay, let's see. Just gonna grab my spoon. This is so thick and rich. I've had this only one time before on zoodles. Fabulous. So I'm just gonna spread this over my crust. Woo! Grab the Italian seasoning, and we're gonna sprinkle that on top. I will show you what this looks like when we get it together. Alright, yeah, because I don't have a cameraman. I don't have an overhead camera. I just have me. I'm doing the best that I can. Alright, mozzarella time. Good thing I'm using this. It's starting to get clumpy. Alright. Yeah, I just couldn't waste this whole bag. So that's why we're doing pizza tonight. It looks great. Alright. I'm watching the show Flea Market Flip with Lara Spencer on Hulu. I just love that. You know, sometimes you want to watch a movie and then other times you just need something light. So, yeah, that's what I want tonight. Oh, this is family size. Why do I buy family size? I don't have a family. Well, I have a family. I don't have a family that lives with me. So, I think that's good for the mozzarella. Then we have some white onion. white onion is the lowest carb onion. So it's the only onion that I ever use. And it is kind of a sweet onion too, so. All right, next we're gonna have my mushrooms. Now, what's nice about this is I like to use the onions and the mushrooms, the leftovers, for my eggs in the morning. Next, pepperoni. Load her on up. Here's the original pizza crust recipe that I wrote down from my Facebook group. It just seems a little bit off. It's gonna be way better with the chicken in there. Ooh, that looks great. It's coming out. It smells amazing in here. I'm gonna let this cool off for a bit, then we're gonna plate it up. So the pizza's been cooling off, and I think we're ready to cut it. All right. I'm gonna do squares. Okay. I don't know about that recipe without the chicken chunks in there, because I think you need it to hold it up. Let's see. That looks pretty darn good. I'm gonna put a couple of pieces on my plate. This does have a lot of flavor. I will say that, and I like that you can pick it up with your hand. So that's great. However, it was quite labor intensive. Here it is, my new floor. I really do love it. It's beautiful. The only thing I have to do, I have the paint down here, is paint the trim, the molding that they put on. But I do love this floor. Here's the view from the kitchen. So, you know, to do the high traffic area, this is on a slant. And I was really worried about that, but it turned out really beautiful. So that worked out. And so we have the carpeted area here is now much smaller. And we did the entryway as well. And the closet. So it's very nice. I'm very pleased with it. And I met a man out of the deal. We'll see how that goes.